Also wanted to bring in some really good ability players, but we might not have to, as Augustus there at the near post with a lovely header.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of Mattov's English journey, and welcome back to Leyton Orient, where we will be beginning our third season here as manager. It's our it's our seventh full season, I believe. Yeah, in this career so far, as you can see, 1st of August 2029, and yeah, we're starting this season with Leyton Orient, and we're just going to get straight into it. So as ever, we reflect on what happened in the last episode. We had that playoff finish in the last day of the season, which was pretty epic. We weren't able to get over the line in the playoffs, but it was still a very, very good achievement to reach that. And then obviously we've had the summer come up and transfers were made, and it has been arguably a very, very tough transfer window personally. I mean, I know you can say about the money that we had, and we still do have in the bank 1 million transfer budget, but I just think it's been really, really tough to find players. I mean, we've looked at so many different players to try and bring in. I've wanted to improve the starting lineup. We released a few players as we do every season, and bringing in new decent substitutes was really quite tough actually. And it's a shame that that was the case because we did have good money behind us to try and make some good signings, but it wasn't the case at all, and it was very, very tough, in my opinion, to make the signings that we wanted. But we still do have that money. We can always go back in January, and there is still a good month left in this transfer window. So maybe it's not all that bad. We just have to see what we can go and do. I mean, our starting lineup is still really, really good. It's just the bench and squad depth where I'm a little bit concerned. There was also some positions in the starting lineup I would have liked to improve. I think the issue with the transfers, reputational, was a big one. The fact that teams, players don't really want to come to us, and I'd say that bigger teams, have been quite harsh with the loans as well. This money that we have would be much more effective in a higher up league because I feel like it could be spent much better because players will want to join us and the teams will accept the bids from us, and we're a more tempting club because we are in the Championship. And then that does raise the question: how much longer do we stay here at Leyton Orient? Have we taken them as far as possible? We'll have to find out in the next few episodes, but we'll go and take a look at the transfers for now. If we go to the transfer history, we'll start over here on the last season, what counted as last season. The first signing we made was Cruz Allen. He is a Welsh central midfielder, a bit of more of an attacking minded midfielder. He's got good potential behind him, bit of a squad player for us, so if we ever need to call on him, he can slot into that position. Yeah, as I say, he's a bit of a more creative attacking midfielder. He can play in these different positions, but he can also drop back into some specific positions if we need him to. But he's got some good potential. Maybe a loan deal for him could be good, and yeah, that would be really, really good if that could go ahead. Next signing we have made, we've delved into the money from that Jeffcoat sale, which was nearly a year ago now, which is insane to be honest. There, as you can see, he's moved on to a different club actually, or he's on loan actually with the French team, I believe. So he's gone there to continue his development. He probably should come back to us, to be honest. He would be greatly appreciated here, giving us a bit of attacking depth. That would be really, really good. But we've managed to spend that money and delve into it a little bit. We've bought Harry Clark for a fee rising to 200,000. He has already developed a really, really good player. 28 years of age. He's played in the Football League for many, many years now. Championship teams, as you can see. And yeah, we've put some money into him. Overall, he looks like a really, really good player. Defensively, he's very solid, which is really what you want from any right back. And then in his attacking as well, he looks good as well. So good to get a money signing on the board, and he helps us with that gap that Blake leaves now that he has gone on and left the club. Next signing we've brought in Alvaro Ruiz Rente. He is a right winger there, as you can see, another one of those players who, similar to to Cruz Allen, he could develop much more with a loan maybe, but he could also break into this team should there be a chance for him. He's got the ability to continue and develop, and for a free signing, I think it's a very, very good deal. The next signing we've brought in Noah Chilvers. He's a midfielder. He can play in some quite flexible positions actually, which is always useful, even going all the way back to there. He's overall a decent player. He helps us with the squad depth, and he's played for Colchester for nearly 400 games, which is pretty insane. He has joined us now, though, with that experience, and another one of those players on a free transfer, which is always good to pick up. Next player we've brought in, Benjamin Bokel. He is a left back, and he can also play centre back, which is really interesting actually. Overall, he's got some really great abilities. Probably has the chance to break into a starting position. Should he, have some good performances in pre-season. He's already been showing up and playing really, really well. So another good player we've brought in there. Next player after that, we've brought in Jamie Bowden. He is a central midfielder. We've been able to bring in so many midfielders, but the defenders and attackers, it's been extremely difficult. So frustrating, honestly. Maybe I just need to improve at my signings, to be honest, especially with these smaller reputation clubs. We have our scouting range all the way to England now with the money, but apparently not. It has been very, very difficult. But anyway, we've brought in Jamie Bowden. He's helping us with the defensive midfielder position. He might actually start there over Thomas Sang, who is still with us, but he's been wanting to leave. He didn't get that move, and overall, he looks like a really good player. He could easily break into this team. We'll have to see. Next player we've brought in, we've made the signing official of Josh Keeley in goal. Last season, he had a really, really good season for us. I was very pleased with him, and now to get him on a permanent deal, really, really good. I'm very happy with that signing. And then the final signing we brought in on loan, it's Ashanti Lohman. He is a midfielder. He has got the ability to keep developing. These Portsmouth youth players, I don't know what their facilities are saying. If we go and take a look at their youth facilities, adequate youth facilities, we've had so many good young players from their academy, and he is another one. Lochman, he's a midfielder, another midfielder, but he will definitely break into this team. Starting spot overall looks really, really good and could continue to develop whilst at the club. And then one final signing. It feels like the biggest present of all. I cannot wait to show you what this next signing is. It's not appearing here, but I mean, I think I just have to go into the tactics page to show you. We have confirmed the extension of Chukwuma Bello. Yes, this is absolutely massive. What a season he had for us last time out, and if he's going to continue developing, we've decided to keep him down for another year. We've made him the star player so we could get him over back into our team. He is absolutely exceptional, and we will be bringing him into this team because what a player he is, and he will be staying with us for another season. I'm so happy with that deal, to be honest. At least that's one good signing that's come out of this transfer window. So there you have it. They are the signings. We're going to go and play some games today. I think we're going to go on to this Carabao Cup game. Actually, why not see the result we can get from Notts County, and then I will check in at the Colchester game. So the team for this game against Notts County, we are going to play this one first, and then I'll see if we can fit the Carabao Cup game into this episode, considering the length it might get to with all the transfers and stuff like that. Team starts with Keeley in goal. We've got a back line of Clark Salter, Bokel, Hap, and I'm going to actually swap these two around. I've just realised that it'd be much better like that. So it would be Bokel, Clark Salter, Hap, and Clark. Sang, Bello, and Lochman in the midfield. We've got Scanlon starting on the left today because Nfonku has picked up a bit of an injury, so he will be out for the next few weeks. Omi Cherry back on the right, and I've Gustidis up top. Kick-off here in this game against Notts County. I believe they have just been newly promoted, so and they're at home as well, so they're probably going to be giving it a lot in this game because it's their game back in League One, and they're probably, very excited about it. It's always going to bound to happen when that happens for us. I think going into the season, we've got a really good starting lineup. I just to say, it is a shame. I do sometimes struggle with making transfers, bringing players in, and then I do find it quite tough, and yet again, it's one of those inexperienced things. It's been very tough to bring in players, especially in the depth as well. I've also wanted to bring in some really good ability players, but we might not have to, as Augustidis there at the near post with a lovely header. He was one player I was thinking of swapping around, but if he can keep performing like that, I mean, last season 25 goals for us in all competitions. If he can keep doing that, then he will stay in this team. He definitely will. But it's just about if he can improve the team, then why not? And we had the money to do so. But I did just find it tough, and that's where the inexperience, my unseasoned player ability, because I've not been playing for ages and ages, that's where the inexperience does kick in a little bit. And maybe it's something to improve, and that's what the track in the journey on this channel will all be about. All I'm doing is just here to make content, and learn along the way about something I'm really interested in. That is what it's all about here on the Mattov channel, and yeah, that's what it'll continue to be, hopefully. And I mean, as I say, we've got a good starting lineup. The depth may be lacking a little bit, but if this lineup can, pick up some points, play really, really well, and then the players who come in can do well, we've still got time in this transfer window. I think we could be on for another good season, and I really do hope that we are, because it would be nice to finally get a really, really good result. Playoffs was good, but also you start to consider, is that as far as we can take it? But then also moving away from the club, how hard is that going to be? Because it was really tough to leave Alfreton and get this Leyton Orient job, because we've been proven to keep teams at the playoffs and get to the playoffs twice in 3 seasons. We did it with Alfreton, but then I think Leyton Orient thought I could do that, and maybe not. Maybe I can also make them do the projects where we manage teams for a little while and take them up, but we've done it here, and then how much further can we take them? It's something to consider, and if we go just applying for jobs, will we get those jobs? It's all a load of factors to consider, and yeah, it's going to be a very, very interesting season. We could either do well, or we could be departing this season. Definitely, that's what I'm thinking at the moment. But within 20 minutes here, Macaulay Longstaff, the person who Kenny Coker, if you remember him, tied with to get the goal record in the National League. If we're going to take a look at how Alfreton are doing, actually, that would be nice. They're not appearing here, although I do assume, yeah, they are actually. They're right there. So Alfreton are still in the National League. So they've established, and Kenny Coker scored and all in that game. How lovely is that to see for him? He's been there. It must have been, what? How long has it been now? It's been 4 years, I think. Yeah, four. Wait, yeah, four years he's been there now. This is his fifth season at Alfreton, and in that first season he was there, he got the 42 goal season. Absolutely remarkable for him. What a player! He's one of my favourite players I've ever played with. The amount of goals he scored, tying that gold record in the National League in his first season, young player. What a boy he is, and if he can continue to develop, I mean, I don't know how much further up the Football League he could go, but maybe there's some moves for him elsewhere around the world, it could be very interesting. It's always nice to see a player do well, and I'm happy that he's continues to do that. And also how Alfreton have managed to establish themselves in the National League. I mean, they going into this season, they're still in the National League. They've avoided relegation for the past few seasons, and they're probably happy with that. That's really, really good for them. It's always really good to see. 35 minutes gone here. Clark will come down this right side. His first attacking involvement. He did give away the penalty for Nottingham Forest to go ahead here. Loftman is making a nice run into the box, and he has the shot to get a goal here. He is playing in a different role who was playing. It was for Jordan Fole is playing. So Jordan Fole was playing a bit of Mazzala, but I put Loftman in as an advanced playmaker because he can step up but also create more chances. He's best suited to that, and he's got a goal here in his debut game. I mean, Jordan Fole had some good performances for us, but he's really inconsistent, and I think that's what we're looking for in Lochman. And yeah, hopefully he can turn up like that with these loan deals. Didn't get the buy clauses. It's actually not very easy to get them. I thought it would be very simple. Thought any team would take a buy clause, but apparently not. Which is why we don't have the one on Lochman. But it's not big of an issue really. If he can have a good season for us, leave. That's all. We can't complain about that really. Same with what happened with Blake last season. He had a good season for us. He left, and he'll now probably make into the Portsmouth team because he is a really, really exceptional player here. 2-2 after 42 minutes has been a really good game so far, end-to-end stuff, and we've started well, but we've also not defended too well. A lot of changes in the defense, 3 changes along that back line as of right now. We've got brought in Clark, obviously Bochel, and also Clark Salter is coming into the main team. He didn't really get a break into it, but in this game. He will do. Nfonku's injuries changed the whole team around, and that's what's insane about these injuries. When we have our injury spell, we are going to be in trouble. Unless we can make the signings, we are going to be in trouble, because players want to come to the team and want to be important players, and I've not seen a player who is either not demanding massive wages and wants to start. I mean, if they demanded reasonable wages and wanted to start and were a good player, I'd play them. But the other type of player we also want is a player who can just be a squad player and come in when we need to. But they also want to be important players and want big wages. It's all really, really tough. Maybe I just need to be more lenient with the cash and be more, just better in the transfers. But probably not the thing to focus on at the moment, because just before half time, Scanlon has scored a lovely goal there. He stepped in the place of Nfonku. Left wingers, they're always having people stepping into their positions. Jeffcoat into Nfonku, into Scanlon. He has got the goal to put us ahead in this game, and now we've got a big second half here to start off our league campaign. And just as I was making some changes there on the 60-minute mark, Omicheri goes and gets our 4th goal of this game. It's been an amazing performance. Omicheri as well, another one of those players who I was considering replacing. I mean, he has just signed a new contract. He is a very capable player, but if you can improve, why don't you? And I mean, he's shown here, and he's also shown in pre-season why he deserves to stay in this team. Maybe I shouldn't be as concerned as I am about the players we've got, because they are performing, and we have the chance here for a 5th goal. We are playing so well here. It's good to see, and we're going to start off this league campaign with a huge win by the looks of it. 70 minutes gone here. We'll have a chance from this corner. Scanlon plays it in, back post. Dan Happ is waiting, and it's a massive header from our captain, Super Dan Happ. Over 400 games played for the club now. His 14th year, I believe. He was here before, and he'll probably be after. What an immense player he is. He gets our 5th goal of this game. It's been an exceptional performance in this second half. 75 minutes gone here. We made a few changes. We brought on Ruiz, Rente, Allen, and Bowden as well. I mean, Cherry there having the chance for our 6th goal. And I mean, we've made the changes, but we've had to change around the whole system, and it's going to be very, very tough to do these substitutions, you know, because we do have this issue where the boys get really tired. And to make the whole system change when we need goals at some points in games as well. Not in this game, but we will. It's going to be very, very tough. Just hope we can make the signings in the later stages. Sometimes we have, you know, but we'll just have to see if it's going to happen and if we can start this season as we mean to go on. Not going to have time for the Carabao Cup game. I'm pretty certain we should get a nice win there, though. Hopefully we can. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave you with this little tune, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.